All right, with ladies fast pitch, what we're doing right here is we're working on the grip first. We're working on pitching today. We're going to keep it real simple. I've instructed baseball and fast pitch and slow pitch softball for 18 years. And of all the variations of everything I teach, fast pitch pitching is the easiest to teach because it's the most natural flow. Because you have an arm circle that's going downward, working with gravity to snap the ball through. So when you grab the ball, ideally, there's multiple different grips. Today we're just going to work with a 4-seam fastball. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-seam fastball. I like the curve coming in, so the middle finger's right here. These ring finger and the index fingers on the ball. Tuck your small finger down and thumb is under the ball. Depends on how big your hand is, how much of a gap you'll have. Ideally, you want a little bit of a gap, just rest your thumb, just let it relax right here. This is the grip that we would ideally want. Now, in fast pitch, in pitching, I'm gonna pretend that this right here is my pitching rubber. Ideally, I'm gonna knock that ball off the tee down there. So my feet are here. Now many coaches are going to teach straight ahead, and that's not wrong. That's not wrong. However, there's a better way to allow you to stay on your power side. I'm going to stick to the way that I know that's true. If you take your heels and turn them just off the side, put your left foot slightly behind you and stay on the balls of your feet. Now my weight is directly over my back foot. My head is directly over my right foot if I'm a right-handed pitcher. My head is over my right toe. Now, as I have this position, I'm going to start with the ball in the glove to hide the ball from the third base coach and from the batter. So now I'm protected here. Now from here, I'm going to shift my weight back, draw my hand back, lift my left knee and my glove towards my target here. I'm going to shift my weight back, lift. This is what we call a drill that you can do a little dance move here. As you do, you're hiding the ball from the batter with the glove. Everything's going right to my target. Straight line right here. Everything's going straight. My knee's coming up, and as I do, I'm going to reach up here. Now at this point, then my body's going to begin to drive forward. When the ball's almost to the 12 o'clock position, just before that, if you have my body as a clock. So as I swing it up here, I come around. Now from here, I'm going to drive with the backside as I'm reaching with the front side. So I'm going to drive off my hip, my knee's coming through, and that's where I'm going to drive right to my target. So it's going to look very similar to this. I'm going to shift my weight back, step 1, step 2, reach, 3, come off my power side. And I just hit the ball. Now ideally when you do your arm circle, it's like wiping off a mirror. You're going to come around. Keep your fingers here. My palm is down, my fingers go straight up towards my target, and the ball's going to wipe around, and now it's facing away from my ear. That's coming straight down, and I snap through. Now some will say hit your hip. Ideally, you don't want to hit your hip. The reason why is because if you're here and your hand hits your hip, it's going to drive the ball a different direction. You want to keep your arm tight to your body as you're driving down. But the reason why I told from the get-go to turn my foot at a 45-degree angle, because most girls are going to have hips, especially as they get older. God made you that way. So you need to leave enough room for that ball to get down through. So if you got your hips here and you're broad, you're going to hit your backside. So ideally when you turn this, you direct it here. Now you're going to give a little bit of a slot for the ball to come down through. It's right here. And you won't hit your hip. When you hit your hip, you delay the velocity and you take away from your accuracy. So keep a slot in there off your right thigh here. Your right pocket, you're going to pull it down through. Everything's going to be right down through it. Now as you see, my toe's just dragging a little bit. You have to have a drag depending on the tournament, whether it's ASA, USSSA, whatever the affiliation is, or NSA. You're going to have that drag of the back toe. And as you notice, there's a line right to my target. So if I got a line right to it, I want to stay on that line to my target. So I shift back here and bring everything through. Keeps everything in order. This is a great drill so you hit your target. If I lean on that one, I was heavy on the front side, what's going to happen is the ball's going to shift up. If I'm here, I'm driving the ball up. If I lean with my head, the ball's going to be back here. You want to keep balance. Head, belly button, shoulders level. Envision across. The front side of your body is your directional side. The back side of your body is your power side. That's your driving side. So you get your direction and your power working together. Bam! There we are. When you hit your mark, fix your eyes upon Jesus. He's the author, perfecter, and finisher of your faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, so that you could have victory today. That's putting your trust in Jesus and hitting your mark.